Eddie G here from GF7 Fit, and today we're talking about how can I stay in shape after the age of 50. All right, if you're 50, 55, 60, 65 and you go to your regular gym, it's gonna have you're gonna have a real hard time finding a good trainer, somebody who can click with you, somebody who can connect with you. Having been in the gyms in and out, and now I'm 15 years experience of being a personal trainer, a certified strength coach. I'm gonna let you know right now, it's gonna be really hard because most people just want to train younger people under the age of 40. They don't want to train nobody over 50. They're not ready for you. They don't have a plan for you. So hopefully you can find a good trainer. And if you don't, I'm gonna give you some tips how you can stay hopefully healthy at home, or things you can do on your own. And I will put some links here to my website. If you need a trainer like myself to help you out, I'm more than happy to do that. So let's get started with the video. The number one thing you can do to stay in good shape or good health after the age of 50, the first thing off the bat, make sure your blood pressure is good. Things we probably didn't have to worry about when we were younger, we have to be more concerned with as we get a little older. Make sure you're not anything 160 over 100, you shouldn't be lifting weights. All right, so to make sure that's in check. In order to lift weights and push yourself, you don't want to be over 140, the top number, and 90, the bottom number. So that's the first thing. And most trainers are not going to really be concerned with your blood pressure. That's why I know these things, because I worked at senior homes for 5 years. That's where I really discovered all these things. So that's the first and foremost. Another thing is, well, if you haven't worked out in 10, 15 years, be honest with yourself. Be honest with your trainer, be honest with your coach, whether you get an online coach or whatever. And what I'm trying to do right now is just having a discussion with somebody. If somebody's watching this video, I'm experimenting with new lights and new cameras. So if I don't have all the lighting, correct, I'll get it. But the thing is to have a good conversation. That's why I got a good mic so you can hear me well. And, a little bit of background music kind of keep you in tune and entertained. And I say that because more and more there's going to be online training. You might not be able to find a trainer that close to your home. So you might look online training, which I'm totally available for you. If you need somebody like me, who's been doing it, who can guide you through. All right. So you got to make sure, when you're looking for a trainer, be honest, and let them know I haven't worked out in 10 years. I haven't worked out in 20 years. I have clients right now that are in their 70s. They've never worked out. So what do you think? I'm going to put them through a HIIT training? If you don't know what HIIT is, it's high intensity interval training. You think I'm going to do that? That'd be highly irresponsible of me. My number one job as a personal trainer and as a strength and conditioning coach, both certified, is to make sure my clients do not get hurt. How good are you going to be if you do get hurt? All right. And these type of vlogging videos I'm trying to do is to have a conversation with somebody. Hopefully I can make a connection with somebody and these things make sense. Because what happens in the fitness world, you get a lot of advice, right? You get a lot of advice that sometimes is not realistic. I kind of don't want to give myself the name the last honest trainer, but to tell you the truth, a lot of people online, they're just trying to hustle you, and I don't like that. I don't like that one bit. Because if my mom went to a gym, I wouldn't want the trainer to hustle her, because she works hard for her money. Your mom, your parents, if your parents are under 60s or under 70s or 80s, and you're looking to maybe get a trainer for your mom somewhere. If you say you live in New York and your mom lives in Chicago, and you're calling the local gyms looking for a trainer for your parents, you don't want that trainer just to hustle them, and you don't want that trainer to hurt them, especially. So try to find somebody who's got a little bit of a background. Ask them, how many years experience do you have as a trainer? It's okay to get a newbie if you're younger, but I highly would advise against getting a newbie if you're over 50. Make sure somebody has some good understanding of training older adults, and they've trained over the older adults. And better yet, if they have a YouTube and you see them training older adults. I myself have. That's why I do on a YouTube channel, so I can educate and I can connect with people. I have people who are over 50 in my videos. I have pictures on my website, people who I train, people who are getting results and routines that are going to help them. And that's another thing. Make sure your trainer's not going to push you too hard, but at the same time, make sure the trainer pushes you to where you're going to get some results. Excuse me. What I mean is, don't if you can lift 20, 25 pounds, I have clients who are 80 years old who can still do the 25, 30 pound dumbbells. Don't give them the 5-pound dumbbells. Don't treat them like a baby. If you're a trainer and you have an older person, they've been around. Give them the respect that they deserve. Again, make that connection. That's what it's about. So I'm talking to you, if you're over 50 and you're deciding to get a trainer, make a connection with them. Do they actually care about your fitness? Are they concerned with your numbers, your blood pressure, your blood sugar? Do they ask you things like, are you well hydrated today? Have you rested today? Are you ready to go? How do you feel? How did you feel? Like, say you worked out on Monday, you see them again on Wednesday. You're doing 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. On Wednesday, how do you feel? How did you feel after Monday? Are you sore? They're checking in with you. These are the things that are important. They're going to help you stay in shape after 50. Because if you've never worked out, you're going to need a coach. All right, you're going to need a trainer. That's just the reality of it. If you put money away and you're retiring and all these things, you can't neglect your health. It will catch up with you. It's going to catch up with you. And that's where somebody like me steps in. One of the last honest trainers. People who are not going to toot your horn here. A lot of people are going to tell you what you want to hear. They're not going to give you an adequate workout. You're not going to get stronger. Think about this. You're 75, 78. You're already hunched over. The next step for you is a cane. And after that's the wheelchair. And after the wheelchair, you're not going to... I've never seen people come back out of the wheelchair, go to the cane and walk upright. So really make sure that you can do that. So let's talk about some of the exercises now. And I don't care if the video goes a little long. I really want to connect with people. I want people who have an interest. People who want to use their mind. People want to use their intellect, And looking for somebody who's going to take time. And your first session or two, it may just be talking with a trainer. You may get all your habits, And don't go for a trainer who's trying to make you starve yourself, trying to make you change every habit. It's okay, if you have a sweet now and then. It's okay if you have a little bit of fat around your belly. As long as it's not visceral fat, it's not attached to your liver, your kidneys, it's affecting your blood pressure. It's okay to have a little extra body fat. Man, my nickname is Fats, F-A-T-Z. It's one of my nicknames. I was always a little bit of a chubby kid, a guy who carried a little bit of weight. But it's okay, You can have a little bit of body fat. You don't have to be 5-10% body fat. Just as long as you're not way up there, then we have to address that. Maybe you just want to work out 2-3 times a week. I'm more like I'm heading more towards the holistic fitness side of things, where we train our mind, where we train our body, where we train our spirit, where everything's connected. Because we're spiritual beings, but we're in a physical body. And we have to take care of things in the physical realm. Okay, so that's why I'm trying to do these vlogs, to connect somebody. If I reach one person, if I reach 2 people, 3 people, I don't have a big YouTube video, but hopefully it starts catching rhythm. Because I really believe if you do the right things, the good will come back to you, and if you have the right intentions. One thing about training seniors, they know if you have the right intentions. They know if you don't have the right intentions. So it's really hard to fool seniors. There's a reason why you get to a certain age, because you've been around and you know what to look for when somebody's trying to hustle you. For the most part, everybody can maybe, not check out things sometimes, and we can all be fooled, But for the most part, 50, 60, 70-year-old people, they've been around. They know when someone's trying to hustle them. All right, so think about your posture, your head. Okay, your head. If it's here, ear over shoulder, it's about 10 pounds. For every inch forward, add 20 pounds. Add 20 pounds. So if you're here, ear over shoulder, right, and you're straight up here, you're about 10 pounds on your spine, you're fine. Once you start hunching over, 20 pounds, 30 pounds, 40 pounds. Imagine 40 extra pounds on your spine. It's not going to be good for you. All right, it's not going to be good. And then you're looking down all the time. You were meant to look up. You were meant to have good posture. So you want a trainer that understands these exercises. I can tell you from a trainer perspective, you want to make sure your middle back muscles are strong. So you want to do things like seated rows. Okay? And if I can, I'll try to put the exercise on the screen 10, 15, 20 seconds, and you'll hear my voice. So if I found the exercise, it will be on the screen. That is a seated row. Seated row. It's gonna work your middle back muscles, especially the rhomboids. Seated rows are good. All right. Another exercise you want to do, something functional, some type of hinge, some type of deadlift. Yes, you can do a modified deadlift. And I do have the deadlift. It's gonna be on the screen. This is the deadlift. All right, some type of modified deadlift is fine. You can do that with dumbbells. You can do that with sport plates, meaning those weights that you can have they have like a hole through it where you can put your hands. You can do stuff like this. You want to do your lower back as well, especially if you're a man. Men have a lot of lower back problems because we don't work our glutes. All right, you want to work those things. You want to be able to squat. I'm not talking about putting the barbell on your back and putting 300-400 pounds. I'm talking about squat down, pick something up, with dumbbells, with kettlebells, with a medicine ball. You can put a backpack with weight on it. But you got to strengthen your body. The trainer should give you functional exercises. Functional means that it carries over to your activities of daily living. That means if you're living at your home by yourself and you drop your keys, can you pick them up? Or you got to get a pole and kind of fish them back off the ground. Can you pick them up? That would be a squat. Or you could do a hinge and get down and do a deadlift. That's why it's called functional exercises. Things that are going to help you. Is your trainer going to prescribe things for your shoulders and mobility? Can you reach the top shelf and grab things? Is he going to prescribe things that are going to help you with your grip, opening up a jar? These are the things you got to consider if you're living at home. Can you open up a jar? You should be able to open up a jar at any age. Unless you have severe arthritis. But if you don't, you really want to work on these type of things. All right. So here are some tips for you and how you can stay in shape and healthy over the age of 50. For some people might watch this video and be like, I'm not going to get a trainer. I don't need a trainer. I don't care about my health or my body. Totally fine. You have the freedom to think that way. You have a right to think that way. But if I reach a couple of people here, 2, 3, hopefully 5, 10, hopefully more, right? That you do and you are concerned and you want to get the best out of your life. And when you want to enjoy your retirement, go to www.gf7fit.com. I'm telling you, I'll be at any price in town. And I'll try to connect with you on a one-on-one basis. And we can have discussions like this online. A lot of stuff's going to be strategy. A lot of life is mental. This right here, this mind, controls the body. If the mind does not want to work out and you don't see the benefits of working out, the body is not going to respond. Again, the body will not respond. You like the hat? GF7 Fit. You can kind of barely see it, but see it there. GF7 Fit, strength and conditioning. Strength and conditioning. We're trying to get stronger and we're trying to get in better shape. All right. So again, going back to the mind. The mind dominates, right? The mind dominates the body. We have to know why we want to do things. You're going to be tired. You might be tired every day. Don't let that dictate your life. Don't let excuses dictate your life. My wrestling coach used to say, excuses are like armpits. Everybody has one and they stink. So it's time to get in shape. Again, if you need a coach, you need a health coach, you need a personal trainer, you need somebody with experience and a price that will fit the budget, because I understand how expensive things are. I'm keeping things very budget friendly. At the same time, I got to be competitive. I got to make a living. But I'll tell you what, if you want a price check, somebody with 15 years experience and with a master's degree, put me up against them, I'm probably half or a third of what they're charging. I've looked around, I've looked around. And I'm willing to work with people, especially if you're a senior and you've been grinding. I could do maybe a half hour. I usually, everything's 50 minutes usually, but I can do 25-minute videos, you know, if that's what's the thing. If you want to do a late night or early morning, I'll try to work around my schedule. I got in this business to help people, not to hustle people. That's where my heart's at. So I just want to make these videos so hopefully connect with my public, connect with people around the world. Everybody speaks English. I would like to make a Spanish channel as well, connect to all my people in Latin America, and also speak Portuguese. So connect with the people in Brazil and Portugal, Mozambique, places that speak Portuguese as well. So, you know, having said that, this is not a vlog or a video to ooh people and to show muscles off and everything. This is to connect with people and make some points, because this is a lot what I do. A lot of trainers, you see, I constantly train people over 50, and we need a strategy, and you are a unique individual. Your needs are unlike everybody else's needs. Sure, all our hearts are here, our brains here, our eyes here. We're gonna all have protein requirements, carbohydrate requirements, intake requirements, but what drives you may not drive me, you know? And if you're married, what drives your wife may not drive you. What I mean by drive, something that motivates you, something that helps you reach your goals. And you may be like, hey man, your video kind of went off topic here and there. I don't really know how to stay in shape after 50. I hope that's not the case, because I've given you some pretty good strategies here. Number one, you gotta get a good trainer. You think about somebody who goes to boxing, right? And they don't have a coach in their corner. Professional boxers, they all have a coach. Think about going to court with no lawyer, representing yourself. Sure, if you know the law and you know all the codes, do it, you know? But I don't know what it is about fitness. People think if you see a video online, you can now do it. That's like me going and watch a dentist pull a tooth and think I can now pull that teeth, or I can now pull teeth out. I can now pull that tooth out because I saw a video. It's like me watching a pilot fly on TV and going to the airport and say, hey, don't pay that pilot hundreds of thousands of dollars. I could do it for a lot less. But nobody thinks about that. But when it comes, or I could see a mechanic take apart a transmission, put it back together. I saw that on YouTube. And all of a sudden I can do it. Oh, it's because you see somebody train somebody, they may make it look easy. Doesn't mean you know how to do it. Doesn't mean you're training correctly. I see people go to the gym all the time, 2, 3, 4 years. They look the same, or they look worse, or they get hurt. If they just spent a little bit of money on a trainer and would be real with themselves, they get the results that they actually wanted. But they don't. They don't do that. A lot of people don't do that. You got to swallow your pride, swallow your ego, you know, get in shape, increase your strength. Seniors talk about, I want to increase my balance. Look, it's not really your balance. You're not that strong. You got to get stronger. You know, if people in the senior homes were strong, they'd all walk out of there. They would all walk out of that home. They wouldn't want to be there. They're there because they're not strong enough to get up and they need assistance. That's why. So lifting weights, resistance training, whether it be with the weights you see behind me, or those bands you see behind me, or cables, or dumbbells, or kettlebells, or body weight exercises. You can put a backpack on with weights, but you got to get stronger. Okay? So we got to get resistance. And so you might think, well, you know, I didn't really learn much in the video, but you should learn a few things here. You got to be honest with yourself. You got to get a coach. All right? Got to get a coach. You know, unless you're a coach yourself and you know what to do, but you're probably gonna watch this video. Probably wouldn't have interested you. If you've clicked on it and you want to know, you know, do yourself a favor. Get a good coach. If not me, look around for a good coach. Do they have reviews? Do they have testimonials? This is all part of how to get in shape. First of all, you need a strategy. Everybody wants to know, what exercises do I have to do to get in shape? You know, what gym do I have to join to get in shape? You know, what do I have to do, this and that? The first thing you got to do is get your mind right. If you haven't worked out in 10, 15, 20 years, your mind's not right. you got to figure out you need to do some weight training, because your body's in a muscular atrophy. When your muscle starts disappearing with age, is what happens when you don't use your muscles. You know they say use it or lose it. That's true. Use it or lose it. All right. Eddie G, GSM Fit. If you found this video helpful, please give me a thumbs up. Hit the subscribe. Hit that little bell wherever it may be at. And hopefully you give me some feedback. These are the vlogging videos. Yeah, a little bit long, but I want you to think about certain things. You know, personal trainers, we cannot work miracles. We cannot work miracles. We need to make a connection with our clients. We need our clients to be strong here first, to make a choice. So that's how the main thing, how you're gonna stay fit after 50. You make a choice here. And here will lead the body. All right. So have a very good week. Today's the first day of the week that I'm filming this, so I might upload on the second day of the week. Today's the first day of the week. If you don't know, it's Sunday. Second day of the week is Monday. So maybe I upload this tomorrow, which would be the second day of the week, and you check it out. Give me that thumbs up, like, and share it. Thanks everybody for watching, and have a good one.